Hello, this is Julie Toth. Welcome to Compensation 101 and Financial Freedom. Let me give you a little bit of perspective as we're pulling out a sheet of paper. I want you to pull out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I want you to fold it in threes like you're putting it into an envelope. This is a doing exercise. So as I explain what we're going to be doing, if you can pull out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, fold it in threes. Now, each and every one of you have had some experience of being an employee. And you can build this like an employee base, you can build this like a job, or you can build this looking for financial freedom, the back end walkaway income. And today I'm going to walk you through the back end walkaway income. Again, you have that choice in your business if you want to set up clients and patients and you want to make them a customer and do that day in and day out. And you can bring in a product and sell it, or you can build it like a walkaway residual income. So welcome to Financial Freedom. Welcome to Compensation 101. In the top left column, you're going to open these piece of paper. You're going to open it up. You're going to have three columns looking at you. The top left column, you're going to say distributor. Again, you're using this piece of paper and you're physically writing this down. And that column is going to be for a distributor. This is what we call the front end of the compensation plan. The front end of the compensation plan, you're going to write distributor. As a distributor, you're making 0% on yourself, on your own purchases. And so as a distributor, you certainly want to set up your customers in the system so that you're making, number two, 5% on your personally sponsored customers and distributors. And then also, if you decide to sell off your shelf, and or sell a one item before they go on a reorder, then you can sell it as a retail customer with a retail markup of 30%. Everybody starts the business as a distributor. No matter what, that first month is a distributorship. And you're eligible to making, at the most, hundreds of dollars. Obviously, if you're looking to make thousands of dollars, you want to get through this process very quickly. So the next question is, how do I get through this process very quickly to getting to the higher pay? Well, in that same column, underneath distributor, underneath number 3, draw a line and write executive qualification. This is still in the first column. An executive qualification, getting repaid requires still an ADR of $100. And that first day or that first month, you need 1,000 points. Now, if you have done the buy 3, get 1 free, that automatically puts you into that position. Number 2, the next step is to get 1,500 points. That's dollars. Number 3 is to get 2,000 points. That's dollars, with a combination of $4,500 or points. Now, understand this process could take as little as 1 hour, 9 hours, 1 day, 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, okay? It's supposed to happen in a 3-month calendar month, being the month you're in. So if you start in the month of January 30th, you're still in the calendar month of January. And then February would be February. Now, those points, the only stipulation is if you're going to do it in 3 months, 1,000 first month, 1,500 second month, third month, always 2,000. Your last month of qualification, even if you did 2,500 your first month, your last month of qualification is 2,000 always. Now, once you get the $4,500 in volume, that's a one-time shot, one-time deal. You don't have to keep doing that every month, but you can. But just to become an executive, it's one time. Now you're an executive. Now you're in the middle column of your piece of paper. You're also in the middle part of the comp plan. We call it the front, the middle, and the back. The middle part of the comp plan is what we call executive. That's where everybody wants to be immediately. An executive is somebody that is making 9% on their own purchases, minimum. They're making 9 to 20% on all of your customers and distributors. That means that your personally sponsored distributors and their personally sponsored customers and distributors. So all of your circle group. Also, you still have a 30% markup if you decide you want to sell somebody one time without going on a reorder or off your shelf. And so that's executive. The maintenance for executive to stay executive is minimum of $2,000, and $3,000 is our maximum, or our bonus. It's not really our bonus, but it's our wealth maximizer. I call it your first level bonus. It's our wealth maximizer. So as an executive, you want to have $3,000 in volume. An executive is where you make thousands of dollars potentially. Now, we're going to talk about the back end of the comp plan, because if you were attracted to financial freedom, then you're attracted to walk-away residual income, and that is tens of thousands of dollars. That's when you become an executive, and then you duplicate executive, and you start multiplying. You're still eligible for a 9% minimum on your own purchases. You're also still eligible for 9 to 20% on all of your customers and distributors and their customers and distributors. And you also have the 30% markup. What changes is now that you are an executive with multiple executives on your team, and the minimum to make bonus pool is one executive on your team, you're now eligible for the fourth thing, which is our profit sharing plan. This is our bonus pool, and it's a share minimum of 2. Each share is around $300 a share. So this is nice money on top of commission that you're making. Now, your first new executive, if they have $2,000 in GSV their first month, example, you started in January, in February you're now an executive and you have a new executive underneath you. That new executive, you have to have $3,000 in volume yourself, and then that new executive needs to have $2,000 for you to get one share. It's a minimum of 2 shares. So if they have $3,000 in volume and you have $3,000, that's 2 shares. And that gives you bonus pool. Their second month, so now we're into March. You have $3,000 in volume outside of them. And if they have $3,000 in volume, then you have a share in the bonus pool for March. The third month, that's now in this example, April. They have $3,000 in volume, you have $3,000 in volume outside of them, and you have 1 share. Now you must ask why or how do I get 2 shares of bonus in those areas? That is, if you help them also become a fit executive. A new executive to be fit is 1 additional share per month. We'll get to what fit means in a minute. Now, bonus pool points can range again from $300 to $400, and there's no limit as how many points or shares you get. And again, this gives you the ability to build a walk-away residual income, where in the back end of the comp plan, you are now paid 5% on your executive groups 6 levels deep, according to your PIN level. And that's up to 30%. Now, we can go into more detail, but this is Compensation 101. Visually, if you guys are visual, I am. Here's what it looks like to earn leadership bonus pool. You have 1 month executive, their first month, 1 share for $2,000, 2 shares for $3,000, 3 shares if they've got $3,000 and they're fit. Month 2 for your new executive counts for 1 share for you at $3,000, 2 shares, $3,000 and fit. And month 3, that counts for 1 share and 2 share as well. Now what you're looking at is a way to build the back end residual income. And one of the focuses is becoming fit and then teaching others to become fit as well. So as you're going through the process, you want to add new customers to your circle group and helping your executives do the same thing. This is going to increase your commissions. A fit executive has 5 times higher earnings. It's going to increase your retention. A fit executive is 3 times more likely to retain. And a title advancement, a fit executive is 165% more likely to advance to a new title within 6 months. So, fit executive and helping your executives become fit is the name of the game. Now, what makes a fit executive? Well, very simply, They need to have 3,000 in volume and 10 $100 plus PSV ADRs in their circle group. Let me say that one more time. A fit executive is one that has 3,000 in GSV or group sales volume minimum. Of that 3,000, 10 of those customers and or distributors have $100 plus ADR, automatic delivery rewards. To clarify what automatic delivery rewards, you want to go back to the recording that you heard on rewards, and that will tell you more about ADR. Now, just to summarize, your first objective is to have and get 3,000 in GSV as an executive. So obviously, your first objective is to become an executive and have 3,000 in GSV. The next objective is to create 4 new executives. And obviously, in the process of doing so, you're going to be helping them get to fit and getting to 3,000 in GSV. And then you want to earn approximately $2,000 to $3,000 a month by doing so. Ultimately, you're looking for a back-end residual income, which allows you the beach money to be able to make money while you're sleeping. Thank you for listening to this. We wish you all the very best and continue your journey for financial freedom.